Welcome to the daily study of the Way of Mastery. My name is Jason Amoroso, and I just love the Way of Mastery, A Course in Miracles, the teachings of Jeshua, also known as Jesus. I just love this stuff. So this is my way of sharing my love for this work as well as my own experience and commentary of it. Not saying I'm right, just sharing what this stuff brings up inside of me and my understanding of it. If it resonates for you, great. If it doesn't, that's cool too. Today, we start with lesson 2, titled You Create Your Experience. And this idea can be very challenging to many, to our ego, who likes to think that who likes to keep us a victim, really, that we're at the mercy of all of these things happening outside of us that we are reacting to. And there's a different message here. But let's dive in with the short introduction here. And Jeshua says, "It is with great joy that I come forth to abide with you. It is a great truth that I come often unto many. But because of what you have learned in your world, you have often believed me to be a figment of your imagination. The voice that steals quietly through the space between your own thoughts, you think to be but an illusion. Yet I say, I come often unto many." Beautiful, beautiful message by Jeshua, just being like, I'm here, I'm with you. That's how we ended lesson 1. And I come to many, but because of what you've learned in your world, you believe me to be a figment of your imagination. We live in a world and a culture of prove it to me. I got to see it to believe it. And so we have to, with our senses, I got to see it, touch it, taste it, smell it, hear it. That's the only way that it's real. And when we do that, we just limit the nature of life. We limit how life can communicate with us. We limit the mystery because we're trying to know everything. That's one of the, in my opinion, problems with what we call science in the world right now. Like science is a thing. No, science is a way of studying, of observing. It's not like this is science says this. That's not true. Science isn't a thing. It's a way to look and study life. And what we know by doing that in the realm of quantum physics is that what we observe actually changes based on how we're observing it. So what is actually happening? We spend so much time looking at the world as the cause, but the cause is consciousness. The cause is thought. The cause is focused attention. And then the material world is the effect. So we're so busy studying the effect and thinking that it's the cause that we forget to study the cause. So anyways, that whole thing is just me saying that because of what you've learned in the world, Jeshua says, you believe me to be a figment of your imagination. That Jesus, Jeshua, is just some idea. And he's saying, no, I'm real. I'm here. I speak to you. And that still small voice, the voice that steals quietly through the space between your own thoughts, you think it to be an illusion. That's my voice. I'm speaking to you if you're willing to listen. I was looking at, again, studies show, research shows, and I don't know how they find this stuff out, that it was found that the average person has about 12,000 to 60,000 thoughts per day. It's a lot of thoughts. I don't know how they measure that. Maybe they measure brain activity. Of those thousands of thoughts, 80% were negative. And 95% were exactly the same repetitive thoughts as the day before. And this is some link I found on the internet. So take that for what it's worth. But you hear these things all the time. But let's just assume it's true. 80% of our 12 to 60,000 thoughts are negative. And 95% of those are just recycled thoughts over and over and over again. So if we have so many thoughts and it's just a loop on repeat, how are we supposed to have the stillness or the space to hear a different voice? The voice of Jeshua. In paragraph 2, Jeshua says, I come not alone to communicate with you, and it's written commune-I-CATE. I come not alone to communicate with you. There is, in truth, a host of friends that come to create a vortex, a circumference of energy. We come even as you read these words into your space to set that tone. If you would well receive it, there are many friends unseen by physical eyes that have come forth to contribute and to support this communication. Again, this is how lesson 1 ended. Like, you're not alone. You got a team. There's a whole host of beings, if you want to call them, a host of friends, Jeshua says, that are coming to support this awakening, this remembering, this healing of the ego, that there's separation. It's just this tiny mad idea. And the host of friends are here, unseen, but still with us, communicating with us in various ways, through signs, through thoughts, through other people coming in, sending angels, sending messengers. And they're here to communicate with us if we're willing to receive it. And then the last little paragraph, Jeshua says, why is that important? Always, in each and every moment of your experience, you as a soul, as a divine spark of consciousness, are deliberately choosing to create forms of communication. So in each and every moment of your experience, you as a soul, you're a soul. You're not a body. You're not just here for 75, if you're lucky, 85 years or 65 or whatever. You're not just here for a little lifetime. You reside beyond the body. This too shall pass. And we have to start this whole work is just about shifting how we identify ourselves, who and what we think we are. If we think we're this animal, this human being animal that's here for a short time, of course we're going to be afraid. We're going to try and keep our survival high, our body survival high, and be obsessed with it and try and have creature comforts and just enjoy it while it lasts. But when we can identify with the soul within us, with the eternal nature within us, even if you don't have like a memory of past lives, or there's still a part of us that, if we're still enough, can connect with something, with a part of ourselves, not just something out there, something, the higher power, but us as a part of that doesn't know when we're born, doesn't have an experience of death, and is just present. It is that presence. And so as a soul, as a divine spark of consciousness, Jeshua is saying right from the beginning, we are deliberately, although maybe unconsciously, deliberately choosing to create forms of communication. And that's what we're going to get into in this lesson, in lesson 2. So thanks so much for listening. If you get value from these little podcasts, share, like, subscribe, send me a message. My email is hello@revelationbreathwork.com. I'd love to hear from you, get feedback if you're enjoying these. I do this because I enjoy it. I just want to share it. And thanks so much. I love you. Have a great day, and we'll see you next time.